Hello everyone, welcome back to Lovely Lavender Wishes. It's Renee and I hope you're having a very blessed day today. So today we are beginning our study on James, even though it doesn't look like we're in James, but we are beginning our study on James in my Facebook group, Embracing God's Word. And so I am imitating a page that was done in a live either today or yesterday. The days are already running into each other. So I watched Kay's study on James, and then I watched the live that Debbie Minar did on this page. And so I'm going to imitate that using what I have and maybe doing a few different things. So those of you who are in the class, you've already seen this page. Those who are not, you can journal along with us. That's why I do this. Anytime I journal, unless it's like a super personal page, I kind of do it on video so you all can journal along. And, for those of you who are in the class, you might see a different way of doing something, or for those of you who are not in the class, then you get to see the pages. So anyways, we were gifted these beautiful printables in the class. So I fussy cut some flowers out. I have some more over here. And then I just Googled some flames off of some clip art, free clip art on Google, and then just put it on some clear sticker paper. So you can do that as well. And that's about it. So in James, and I did gesso my page, and now it's all stuck, y'all. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can. So I prepped my page with some gesso, and it is wanting to stick. There we go. It was dry. I just let it dry. I just gessoed it and left it. I should have tried to dry it, because then it wouldn't have stuck like that, but no biggie. So let's check this page. Okay. So anyways, James is all about the practicalities of living the Christian life, and we're going to get into that. I'm going to do a live in that group on next week. So I will tape it and then put it to my YouTube channel. For those, again, who can't see me live, you'll see a tape of it. But it's all about living out the Christian life, essentially. So if you haven't read the book of James, go read it. It's a short book, super easy to read. You can get some commentaries on it and read it. But the beginning part is all about trials and rejoicing in our trials, and that trials aren't sent to us by God. And I'm going to do a little background on that in my live, so I'm going to wait on that, y'all. But so our cross reference of that is Proverbs 17, verse 3. It says, "The crucible is for silver and the furnace is for gold, and the Lord tests hearts." And I don't know if any of you have heard that whole story about how, the gold smith, they pour the gold into the crucible, or all the flames, the really hot flames, and all the dross and impurities come to the top. They scrape those off, and then they keep heating the gold until all the impurities come forward to the top, and they scrape that off. And then when you're done with it, you should be able to see your reflection in the metal in the pot. And I always heard, God tests us, or any of our tests or trials are all for our purification's sake. And it helps eliminate all that dross, all that crap, all the, the junk in our lives. And God kind of skims that off. And at the end of it, as we're being sanctified and purified, we get more and more like Christ. So then when Jesus kind of looks into that pot of gold of us, he can see his reflection. So the more we are tried, and the more we endure, and the more we praise the Lord and bring glory to his name, the more we're reflecting Christ. And so I just pray for all those impurities to be burned away and for me to become more like Christ. There's so many studies out there about the refinement of gold and such, so I'm not going to get into all that, but if you want to look into it, please do so. Okay, so we have a lot to do today. I'm going to do a lot of different kind of techniques and methods today, so let's get started. I grabbed spiced marmalade, fire brick, and mustard seed, and those are going to be the colors that I'm going to put down on the paper, and that's why I did prep the page. And so we are going to just start adding a lot of different colors. It's going to be like we're being refined in the fire, y'all. So this is going to kind of be like a fiery type page. So I'm just really going to smear a bunch of color on here. willy-nilly. I'm starting in the middle and then going out, because like this is like going to be like and a lot of it's going to be covered by my printables, so I don't even really know what part's going to be covered and what's not, but it's going to kind of like be the heat of the fire in the middle, and then it kind of goes out. So that, and then I'm going to go into spiced marmalade. Ooh, look at that orange. Love it. Love it. And I'm just combining them and mixing them, and I can see some spots here that I missed with my gesso. You know, I always do that. No biggie. Or different spots that maybe had more gesso on it than others. But again, like I said, a lot of this is going to get covered. So I'm not too worried about it. Now I'm just kind of going around the red with the orange, working my way from the center to the outer outskirts, and combining some of the colors a little bit, overlapping them. That's where you're going to get that deep, rich colors from. Okay, it's picking up my page on the back there. There we go. Okay, we can always go back and add more, so I'm just doing the first layer right now. And then I'm going to go in with my mustard seed. Oh, look at that. Ooh. The juicier my pads are, the more ink I get. And I'm going to have that kind of overlap onto the second page because I like to combine my pages. I'm going to have it combine out a little bit more. So pretty. You can get so much color on your page really quickly just by doing this with the oxides and inks. And I'm always doing that to my pages. I have such crinkly pages, y'all, because I just kind of slop my color on. Okay, I'm gonna bring some on this side now. And then I'm gonna kind of go back in and darken it up with some colors. Or with these colors, I guess I should say. Now, I saw somebody do a page like this. I don't think it was Debbie. She did a page similar to this, and then somebody else posted, it might have been Kay. I can't remember. I see pages and they just kind of stick with me, and I should always write down names, but thank you for whoever inspired this page, because it's really inspired me, so I'm going to kind of imitate it from what I remember how it was. Now I'm kind of going in and bringing up the colors just a tad bit. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with the orange. And I'm getting ink all over me, so I'm going to grab it. Go with the orange. Again, the spiced marmalade. And darken some spots up. And just think, flame, fire. So you have, you know, dark spots, light spots. Doesn't all have to be even. And I'm probably shaking the, ooh, that kind of looks like a flame right there. Look at that. I'll just leave that. I must have some water or something in my brush still since I cleaned them. Oh, and some people have asked how I clean these. I just take some soap and water, since this is distressing. I just take some soap and water and put it on the brushes, and then I put a paper towel on the counter and then just lay the brushes upside down like this, so then all the ink drains out of it. Yeah, those look like flames, so I'm just gonna leave those. So that's how I wash them, and so this might have some water still in it, but no biggie. I'm getting some cool effects with it. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back in with this red. Ooh, yeah. And I'm thinking this might get covered, but it might not. That actually looks like flames right there, so we're gonna kind of just leave that. forgot to put orange on the other page. Darn it. Let's get some red over here. And up here. Okay, so let me get the orange on this page. Oops, just dropped my thing. Okay, so I'm gonna bring some of this orange. Try not to put fingerprints on here, but gotta hold my paper. Ah, come on. It's hard to hold the page and get ink on all at the same time, y'all. And not put fingerprints on. Trying to hold my page down without putting fingerprints on it. Okay, just a little bit more. And then I just want to get a little bit of red over there. I should have all done it at the same time, but I wasn't thinking, y'all. That's good. Okay, so let me move those to the side in case we need it again. I'm going to spray my hands and wash them. It'd be nice if I had a sink right here. I could just wash my hands right by the side. Okay, so now I have these flames that I printed out. And let's see, I have some of these flames. Let me grab them. And I'm thinking of, oh, I got some water on my page. That's fine. I got some little spots, some little dots. I think it's gonna get covered anyways. So I'm gonna put these down first because I'm gonna kind of go over it with the next layer. So these are printed on clear sticker paper because I want these flames to just kind of blend into the background and show up at the same time, if that makes any sense. Like you'll be able to see them, but they'll also not be like so stark. I want them kind of blending in. Oh, let's put that one there. Those were just some free clip art images that I got from Google and printed it on a piece of sticker paper that I had. And let's just have that one kind of coming off the top. We'll cut that off. So this page is going to be called Step into the Fire. You know, sometimes we're like, why would we willfully step into the fire? Okay, I'm gonna cut this. I don't want this whole big thing, so I'm going to, let's see, first of all, I'll figure out, it needs to be cut right about there. And then I'm gonna cut, I just want just it to be kind of peeping up from the bottom. So we're gonna cut that part off, save some space on my page. Okay. So yeah, people are like, why would you willingly step into a trial? But you know what? Sometimes trials are the best things that can happen to us because that's where we learn our lessons. That's where we become stronger. That's where our faith is tested. And again, our faith becomes stronger. Ooh, look at that. Look how like flamey that is. Woohoo. And I might just stick some of these over here, perhaps. Maybe I'll have it kind of coming down. I'll kind of cut it like that so it's kind of coming down. And then I'm gonna round that as best I can. Okay, so let's stick that down. And again, well, you know what? I was going to put a flower there. If I put a flower there, could kind of go like this perhaps. Yeah, so let me stick this here. Glad I remembered that. Otherwise I'll put the flame down, then the whole thing would be covered by the flower. And so even though it feels like you're in a trial, like this flame, the flowers are kind of representing to me the beauty that comes out of the trials and the fire. So I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's see. In the background, I wanted to do, Okay, let me move some of this stuff. I have this glass, I don't know, little thingy. It was just like it probably came with one of my stamps or some set of something, but it's glass. And so I'm gonna put some texture paste, light and fluffy modeling paste on here. Where did my palette knife go? I'm just gonna do a little bit. We're gonna do some texture paste. So I'm gonna put that on here. Hopefully y'all can see it. Let me cover this up. And then I'm going to use some black soot ink. Ooh, that is definitely black. I just got some all on my counter. Let me wipe that off. Again, y'all know I can't do anything neatly. And some ground espresso, because we want it to kind of look sooty. I'm trying to figure out how to even get this on there. Okay, some brown espresso. And I'm gonna take this and mix it. Can y'all see here? So I'm taking my texture paste and mixing it with the brown soot, or the ground espresso and the black soot. And I'm thinking I might need some more. I want some more brown. So I'm gonna rub that on the glass. I'm gonna take this and go in, because you know how kind of the fire just kind of makes things all gross and yucky and sooty. Okay, and I think I need a little bit darker, so I'm gonna add some more of the black right there. Okay, I'm gonna keep it streaky like that. Okay, now, trying to think what I wanna do here. I just kinda wanna go in and just, I don't know, there's no rhyme or reason here. I want it to look all kind of clumpy and yucky and sooty, like ash is coming up in certain spots. But I don't want it to look like all just straight lines either. Let's see, let's put some over here. Oh yeah, that's kind of like just like clumpy, like just kind of playing around with it. Like little pieces of ash floating up. Let's put some down here. Think maybe a little bit more on this side here. And I don't want it too thick, so I'm trying to like now even it out a little bit. So I'm just scraping this lightly over the top to even it out a little bit and not have huge clumps either. And the look I'm getting is really cool. Ooh, okay. Now, do we want some on this side? Let's do a little bit just to kind of add the same thing a little bit over here. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, let me leave that there because we might use it for something else. I'm just gonna wipe this off because this gets, it will dry very quickly on your palette knife, so because I need that again for later. Okay, we need to dry this before we can do the next part, so let's dry this real quick. Does it look like a little bit of ash and soot coming up? Can't glue anything on here until this paste is dry, so. And then we'll assemble our page with the girl and the printables and such. Well, actually, I wanted to try something else too. So before I do the girl, I'm trying to think through the steps in my brain. This texture paste dries pretty quickly. I just want to make sure it's completely dry. Hopefully, that'll be good. Okay, and then I did find this gel paint. It's by Faber-Castell, and it came in one of my kits of something. It came with like some gelatos, and it was like a mixed media journal kit or something. So I pulled it out. And I also have this gold stencil paste by Bo Bunny. So you can use either one. When I tried them both, you can see the difference here. So this is the gold paint in the tube, and this is the gold texture paste. So this has a little bit more shine to it than this. So actually I'm thinking I'm gonna use this one, the paste. So we're gonna do the same thing where I'm just going to squeeze a little bit out onto my, it's kind of like paint, onto my palette knife. And let's see, let me move all this. Let me put the cover on this. And I'm gonna kind of go in and do the same thing here with the gold. Actually, I'm gonna keep this open because I think I'm gonna need more than I thought I would. So we're gonna kind of go in and just kind of squiggle it on the page. Woo. And I'm just gonna like kind of pat it on the page, squiggle it on the page, kind of like it's coming up from the fire, being refined by the fire. And it's not all about the soot and everything. Ooh, that looks really cool on top of that. So I'm gonna put more. I've never done this before, y'all. So it's fun when you try different things and get effects that you never dreamed possible. Let's see where else. Let's put, I want a bunch right here. And I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but depending on how the light hits it, again, it's like super shiny. Ooh, I love that on top of that. So I'm gonna put a bunch more on that. Ooh, I love that. And then I'm just gonna kind of come down here and dab it. Just kind of, this is where my girl's gonna go, so that's why I'm not putting anything there. I mean, if I need to go back in, I can. So now let's do on the other side, just to make sure we have a cohesive piece. I'm gonna put some in the fire here. Okay, rub it all off. And just that, I mean, this, it looks like this is gonna last me a while because I just used just a little bit. It's all you need is just a little bit. Okay, wipe this off. And let's do the same thing. We're gonna dry this real quick. Layer upon layer upon layer. So can you all see that? I'm trying to see in the camera. See the shine? If not, I'll bring the book up. Dry. I haven't tried to dry this paint before. It is just gel paint, so I'm assuming it should dry pretty quickly. I love how it looks on top of the texture paste. Super cool. Again, it looks like it's got a whole bunch of different dimension to it, and I love that. And again, you can use gold paste or you can use regular texture paste and put some gold paint in it as well. If you have paint or maybe gold flakes or gold glitter. So So you can mix anything with this texture paste, which I love. It gives you so, you know, so it's so versatile. You can add so many different things. And look, I didn't even use, I only took a little bit and I only used a fraction of that. So texture paste goes a long way. You really don't need a lot. Okay, so I also have this gold foil and I wanted to add some of this. This is just a little piece I had, so I'm gonna use it. And you just take some glue. It could be heat reactive or glue reactive, I guess. And I'm gonna take some of this glue and just kind of stick it. And I'm going to go in and just rub it with my fingers even. You don't even need, if you have any kind of burnisher or whatever, and then you lift it up and look, you got the gold flakes. So again, it's just another layer to this. And just another type of sparkle. And it's kind of like the different layers. So the first layer, you got this dross coming up. This, they call it the dross, which is all the impurities. And then the second layer, you got, you know, maybe this coming up. And then the third layer, you have more of the pure gold showing. So all the impurities keep coming to the top. And as each impurity gets lifted off, you get more and more of the gold showing. So I'm showing all the different, I guess, the different kind of layers of gold. I'm gonna put some down here. And I'm kind of running out. I can grab another one. Add some here. There we go. And this foil goes a long way too. I'm just using some scraps that I have. Ooh, that's so cool. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna grab another one, another piece. Let me. So this little roll, it comes in bigger rolls or smaller rolls, and this little roll came with my my heating pen that I bought. And I think I got that from Tuesday morning. For those of you who've been following me, you've seen me use it before. I'm doing a horrible job cutting that, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's add some more here. There's some more glue on here. I'm just gonna, there we go. Just keep adding just a tad here and there, and then we'll be done with that part. You can use any kind of burnishing tool. You can use a card. I mean, I probably should grab my card, which I cannot find. Oh, here it is. You can just kind of go like this even to get a better, yeah, see, you get a better surface area to scrape right there. Okay, and then let's do a little bit, oops, it's sticking to me. Let's do a little bit on this side. Oop, everything's sticking. Y'all know me and glue. I'm a disaster with glue. But I love the fact that God uses all of our trials, our testings for our good, and that we can come out of the trials and testings more purified. I love that. And again, y'all, here we go again. God's talking to me because we were talking about trials and testing, and, you know, remember we've been talking about praying, and when we don't know what to pray, how do we do it? You know, when we feel like we're going through stuff that we just, you know, feel helpless about or whatever. And here we are again, talking about trials and tribulations. So, man, God has really got some stuff to tell me. But I know that it's all for a reason, and I'm being purified through it. So, yay. Praise the Lord. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side in case we need to use a little bit more. But look at that. Okay, let me see if y'all can. So you see the different layers, and you can see the texture paste, and then the gold on the texture paste, and then that extra little sparkle with the gold foil. Okay. And so we are focusing on, let me grab my pen. The Crucible is for silver. That's okay. And of course my pen. I need to get a new pen, y'all. Let me see, is this one? Nope. I'll just use my Sharpie pen. Crucible is for silver and the furnace is for gold. And the Lord tests hearts. Love that. Let's see if that goes through. Nope, did not go through. And it's a Sharpie. So if you prep your page with gesso, it will not go through. Okay, so now let's assemble the page as much as we can. Okay, so I have her. And I have all these little flowers. Oh, and I have a couple more flames and some more flowers and flames. Okay, so let's see. This was just a little piece of flower that I had left. So let's figure out where I'll have that sticking out. Maybe have this. So all this work I did, a lot of it is going to be hidden, but you just never know, like, you know, what'll show, what'll be hidden. Let's see. Oop, she's sticking to something here. Oh, probably all the glue on the page. Okay, I'm trying to think. Maybe have that there. And then have this like that. And then maybe have some of these flames showing. This one got cut off, so I can just kind of tuck that back there too. Yeah, okay, so that's kind of where I'm gonna go with that. So I'm gonna tuck this behind her and the flower. And I'm gonna do the same here. Come on, there we go. Ooh, there's that little piece there. Okay. Now that's sticking out there. And then I'm going to grab my glue and I'm going to go from the back to the front, from the background to the foreground. But yes, anytime you're in a trial, know, and I'm going to speak about all good and perfect gifts coming from the Lord next week, but just know, you know, God's not sending evil your way, and God's not sending all these horrible things or trials, or, you know, sometimes you feel like God's testing you, like he's sending all this horrible stuff to you. God doesn't do that. All the good and perfect gifts come from the Lord. But he does use the trials and testings that come our way to refine us. So just know that when you are going through something, God's using it, and it's not going to go to waste, and it's for our good, and you can be found worthy, you know, and found, here, let me try to, that the Lord is going to use it and make you stronger, make your faith stronger, make your courage stronger, make everything, your endurance stronger, your character stronger. I mean, that's a Bible scripture. It says trials come for a whole bunch of reasons, and for refining, and for sanctification, and to turn us more towards Christ, as well as to turn us more into Christ, more Christ-like, I should say. Trying to see how we want this. I kind of like that. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this part off. I don't know, maybe I'll just let those stick out. I like those. We'll just let those stick out. They might get a little banged up, but okay. And then I have this flame. I'm debating if I want to put that there. Since I already have this one, I could put, let me see. I want the flower here. Let's see what, I don't want to cover all that gold. So I think we're gonna leave that flame out. I'm just gonna put the flower here. So, because I already have those flames right there. I had a couple flames that got cut off again on my printer. I gotta figure out how to use my printer better and how to get the settings on there a little bit better. They're kind of wonky right now. I just haven't had time to kind of go in and fool with it. I'm trying to decide how I want this, y'all. I think I'll just go like that. And I have this little flower piece too. I guess I could. We'll just, oh, we won't use these. So I had these little flames that got cut off too, but I'm just gonna toss them. I'm not gonna use those. Okay, so there's pretty much our page. So then the other thing is the title, and I wanted to put Step into the Fire. And I have these gold, but I'm debating if the gold might just totally blend into the background. Let me see. I might have to do black. Where's my capital S's here? Let me pull one up and see what it kind of looks like. I mean, it might work. Let me see. I mean, it's going to blend in a little bit into the background. I mean, black for sure would show up a lot better. I've got these black ones, but that's gonna... well, you know what? I might just fool around with it off camera and see what I like better. I might just like put the whole thing on and see what I like better. So I'm either going to do the gold or the black. Let's see what this black looks like. Come on. I mean, these letters aren't too big, so maybe I just don't want a lot of black on this. That might look good. I'm gonna put Step into the, and then Fire in red. I have some red stickers. And that is so wonky, y'all. Yeah, see, I'm gonna do this part off camera because you guys are gonna be like, I'm just gonna try to put the first one so you can kind of see what it'll look like. Okay, so I'm gonna put Step into the, and then I have Fire in red letters. Fire right here. So Step into the Fire. And actually what I might do then with the gold is I'll do my date with the gold stickers. Do I have numbers? Yeah. I'll do my date with the gold stickers down here. So instead of you guys watching me put letter after letter because it takes forever, y'all know that. That's what I'll be doing off camera, and I'll take a picture of it and upload it. But here is our page for today. Oh, I love it, y'all. Again, it turned out way better than I thought it would. This was all new to me, doing like with this texture paste and this gold paste and stuff, and I love trying new things. So let me bring this up so y'all can see. So I don't know if you can see in the light, but here's the top. So again, the title will go across here, and then Fire will be here in red. Step into the Fire. Don't be afraid of going through trials and tribulations, because that is how God refines us. And you know, I want to be refined. And today we focused on Proverbs chapter 17, verse 3. The crucible is for silver and the furnace is for gold. That's the fire. And the Lord tests hearts. I love that. And that is, again, gonna lead us into James. Let's see if I can even find it back here. Okay. I'm so bad at finding. It's back here somewhere. James and John. I know it's James and John, right? I haven't, with this Bible, haven't played around. Here we go. I knew it was over here somewhere. Okay, here's James. So we're going to probably do a page on here, but this whole first part, if you want to read James, the whole first part is the testing of your faith. Verses 1, really, or 2, all the way down. to, what is this, 18, and then it talks about hearing and doing the word. So all this is about testing, and I'm going to do a thing on this, like a little mini study on this and a page on this live that I will tape and upload to our channel, but this is kind of leading us into that. So step into the fire, because it's a testing of your faith, and it's good, and it will help strengthen your faith. So thank you all so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed that. I love the colors. Ooh, it's so pretty. And I'm going to work on the title, and then I'll take a picture and upload it. So thank you all. Have a very blessed day, and don't be afraid of tests and trials, because you will come out stronger in the end. Bye, y'all.